After a summer that flew by, a lot happened that merits comment. I'll begin with the oppressive recession we are mired in, which President Biden and the congressional Democrats continue to lie about and deny. Just like the proverbial ostrich, when faced with impending doom, sticks its head in the sand in the belief that if it can't see the danger, it's not there. Biden and the progressive crew won't utter the R word and instead disassemble about job growth and increasing wages, which is demonstrably false in light of the trillions put into the economy over COVID. When you start stringing multiple financial quarters together with decreasing gross national product, when the consumer price index raises 8.6% in the second quarter, when the change in price received by domestic producers rose 10.6% over what it was last year, which suggests inflation continues accelerating, and the Federal Reserve Board raises its benchmark interest rates 75 basis points, the highest in 30 years. The inevitable outcome is recession. This is the same scenario that occurred in the early 1980s, which produced the horrific recession of the 80s. But Biden and crew will not address the biggest cause, government spending. Remember, over a year ago, I did an editorial on this station pointing out that former Democratic Treasury Secretary to Democratic President Bill Clinton, as well as the chief economic advisor to Democratic President Barack Obama, one Larry Summers, warned Biden and the Democrats in early 2021 that if they continued to dump trillions into the economy, the result would be record inflation. Summers also predicted the Fed would significantly raise interest rates, producing a recession, the one we're in now. The idea that inflation can be dealt with only on the monetary side by raising interest rates is like the ancient alchemists trying to turn iron sulfide into gold. As Jay Cost, a fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, wrote for the National Review, and I quote, "Inflation is the problem of too much money demanding too few goods and services. Decreasing federal spending would be one solution to the problem. But Biden won't have any of that. His fiscal year 2023 budget increased domestic discretionary spending 11%. Democrats in the Congress will have nothing to do with any such notion because to do so would prompt a backlash from progressives. Better to rail against the oil companies and suggest Summers is a liar. Just like the ostrich, Biden can ignore the approaching grizzly bear and stick his head in the sand. But if he does, after November 8th, his head will be the only thing left, like the ostrich."